Well, we managed to come out of a real snakes and ladders day really well, so really happy with that. We sat around on shore for hours this morning watching the fight between the sea breeze and the gradient eventually won out, and we ended up having two pretty snakes and ladders type races in sort of 8 to 11 knots, so it actually ended up being quite a nice day yachting, and it didn't look like that, like it was going to be at 10 o'clock, so I'm really happy that we managed to sort of stick it all together today.
It most definitely has been a steep learning curve. I think this time last year we had a slightly different expectations at the beginning of the regatta of just stay upright and get around the course, whereas now it's a bit more of a battle, and especially today it was about getting off that line and doing what you wanted. There's some wind forecast for tomorrow, and it'll be the first time the fleet's been racing in any breeze for a while, so it'll be interesting to see what happens, especially with Palma's big waves.
I think there's a couple of teams that's kind of switched around a bit. So we did the rotation squad at the beginning, and now actually a couple of people are now all switching around. So it's actually kind of quite nice that we've sort of been there, done that. So there's a bit of that going on. Also, I think probably more you're just seeing people the fleet sort of start to even out a little bit. You had like people from the 29er who had quite a good punch at the beginning, and people who'd sailed together for quite a long time having a punch at the start. And I think everything's like gradually starting to even out a bit more. And it feels like certainly down the wind range it's becoming much more about racing rather than just who's kind of got to grips with that condition better than a different country type of thing. So it's shaping up to be quite an exciting year, I think.
Yesterday was a really tricky day for us, so it was kind of one of those days where it didn't matter where you put yourself, what you did, things just didn't seem to go away. But we were kind of encouraged by the fact that our starts, which had been a real focus for us, were all pretty good. And our routines were there, so we weren't too disheartened. It was just one of those days, and today was really encouraging. We went out and got a second and third, so we're chuffed to have kind of climbed back a little bit, and fingers crossed made it into Gold Fleet, because it was close.
It's been a massive learning curve. I was sailing with Penny Clark here last year, and unfortunately she's not sailing anymore, but now I have Frances, which is great. So that's a big change, first of all. And the fact that there's some wind on the way, hopefully, and I'm actually looking forward to it a little bit rather than absolutely dreading it, is a massive step forward.